Hey everybody, happy Monday. For those of you who have the day off for Labor Day in the US or Canada or any other place, I hope you have been enjoying your day off. I did have the day off. I was busy doing a million errands because I did not do any of those errands yesterday, so I had a lot of stuff I had to catch up on. But I'm doing well. I'm ready to get into Genshin and try and find the stupid stuff that I'm missing, which is a little bit. And I have a deadline because there's a new expansion coming out next week. Technically, I have like 8 days, so today and next Monday stream are the last 2 streams in which I have to get all this, because next Tuesday night is when the new expansion drops. And starting at that point in game, I'm going to be playing the new stuff, exploring the new region too. So there are definitely going to be spoilers 2 weeks from now on stream, probably. I'm looking forward to that. It's always fun when a new expansion drops here. But for now, we have essentially 2 streams to find all the old stuff. So I'm going to get right to it. I was actually like running around while I was chatting. I have a few markers on the map now that I'm going to focus on, but I have so much to go for. In fact, actually, let me put up a picture really quickly of what I have to go for, which is a lot. So you'll have an idea. And actually, let me not do that on this screen, because that would look a little confusing. Wait, I didn't save this image. I need to actually save it. Okay. Then if I come back over here... Put an image source literally on top of everything. This is gonna look so ugly. My apologies in advance. Oh, I put that on the wrong scene. Whoops. Okay. Let me do that again. I probably gotta rename that. Well, I type in the name too, but y'all can't see that, so it's fine. Let's see. Add existing, add that. And show that. So that's everything I gotta check today, which is absurd. A billion chests in the bottom left hand corner on that entire island. I'm missing 1 chest. Out of all those chest markers and all the puzzle markers, I'm missing 1 single thing. I have no idea where that 1 thing is, so we're gonna check them all. Throughout everywhere else, you see the little triangles and the little boxes, of which there are a lot on the bottom left hand corner too. I'm missing 1 of those boxes up in the northeast, and definitely 1, potentially 2 in the southwest. So I got to check all those too. It's basically going to be pain, but I have 2 weeks to do it. Except I have more than that to check, because there's also 3 chests that I missed in Sumeru, and 1 chest I missed in the chasm. So we have a lot that I have to do in the 2 weeks. Hey, Councilman, so hope you're doing well. So I'm basically going to suffer in an attempt to find everything. Hopefully I get lucky. Last week I actually did get lucky. I found like the 2 things that I was missing, the 2 Mora boxes, surprisingly quickly. So, and by surprisingly quickly, I mean I did find them by the end of stream, which I wasn't expecting. So maybe I'll get lucky again. We'll see. I want to check down here actually.
Another test subject.
Can I? Too shallow. What are you talking about? There we go. Today is good. Just eating some fresh fruit and enjoying the night off. Oh, nice. I will steal your power. I don't see a chest down here, so it looks like I got that one. That was the first one I wanted to check because that was kind of an obvious one that I thought perhaps there was a good chance that I missed, but no. Yeah, that one was like here-ish. Well, not there. Like, if I'm looking at this correctly, there's like a couple different spots down here it could have been. I think this is the angle the map is showing me. Either way, it was in one of these corners and it's not here now. Would have been on the opus. I could have just used the compass to verify, and I didn't even think to do that. It's fine. Let's go back up top side. Oh, that chest was out in the open by these guys. I probably have that one already. I will still go look. And then we'll go check the airship there. Let me just take these people out while I'm here. Hello.
Gotcha.
I can't even see what I'm doing because I'm under the... It's difficult fighting under a deck. That was probably not the smartest decision, but anyway. Okay, the chest they were guarding was here. That's obviously not there now. And then the third chest in this area was basically to take this thing. And I know I have it already because I know I did every single one of these airships, but let's check again. Maybe I actually missed it. Also, it's a nice little trip. I forget what this airship go. Oh, all the way to the top. Right. Okay.
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
We're going way up there. So relax for a bit. While I'm doing that, let me look and see where I'm gonna go next. There's that underwater one. Oh, that's in the Melusine village. Let me wait on that. That's in the mountain. Well, we're going on top of the mountain. I might as well check that one next. Is that on top of the... Yeah, it is. Climb to the peak, then take the one currents. I definitely remember doing this next one. I'm gonna check. But we'll take the trip anyway. Also, I don't see any wind currents to take up here. Assuming this is the peak it's talking about. Go to this point, defeat the Hilichurl. Okay. So we need to drop down here. Hey Lemon, how's it going? I asked when I wasn't just literally watching your stream for like the last 5 hours, so I know perfectly well how you're doing, but I hope you're doing well in post-stream relaxation mode. Which I know is probably not complicated because you do a very good point about making sure you don't end stream with like a tremendous amount of stuff to do, but nonetheless, hope you're getting a chance to relax at this point. I don't see Hilichurl, so I must have done this one, which I figured I did, but still to check. Okay, what next then? That's inside a cave. Enjoyed sitting down. That's... I would be worried if you weren't enjoying sitting down, but you do you. That's inside the cave. I think I'm gonna have to... Forgot to mention streaming you bought... Ooh. I've never actually had lychee. My only experience with it is like getting it as a fruit in Animal Crossing. There's a lot of foods that I should really try in real life one of these days, and not just like Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley and other such options. Wanted to buy long on a Costco this week, but they were much... Oh, that is unfortunate. I think yeah, Lemon stands up for like a very long time in streams. I'm impressed. My legs would not be able to take that. That chest was over here. Definitely have that one already. Okay. I guess we'll go out here next. That one was just out in the open. Oh, the birds one. I'm sure I have that one also, but we'll check both of those in a second. Definitely no chest right here. But I have been attacked, so I'm going to fight back. And just unnecessarily delete these things. I mean, Lemon still does the physio on top of that, which is also impressive. But admittedly, standing up for a whole stream is not technically physio. It kind of is cardio in a sense, but also, yeah, it's a very good thing to do. part of the reason that I'm trying to make a regular habit of walking every day, even if it's just like a tiny little walk around the neighborhood. It's better than just sitting and not getting any exercise whatsoever. Okay, the regular chest that was out here is gone. That I expected. I need to take these guys out before I worry about the other part, though.
Solidify.
Overruled.
Busted.
All right, that takes care of that. Now this chest, I am positive I got the second chest out here, but I'm still gonna take a look. There was a puzzle here, which was like one of the last chests I found in this area, and I think this might have happened on stream too a couple months ago, and it threw me for a loop. There was a secret chest you could find out here only by looking for 5 birds perched on these like 4 houses and killing the birds. This game and killing animals is like a match made in heaven, apparently. I was sure surprised too. There's a bird. Did I not get? Well, I don't see any more, so that bird might have just been out and about. Oh yeah, that was just 2 birds out and about that had nothing to do with the puzzle, and there's some free meat for it. Yeah, I don't see the birds that were like on the houses, so this puzzle is almost certainly done and done. But I am just sort of glancing at the houses again, just to absolutely verify. I don't see anything perched on anything. Come back around and just look at like this side of this house. I can't climb that. Not from that direction. But I also don't see anything. Okay, yeah, I think we're good there. All right, let's head in this direction. What is that one? There's also like 2 markers for this bird puzzle here, which is annoying. The unofficial interactive map is not the best. It says there's a mechanism over here. Oh, I did this already. They're already lit up. Let's head out here. And that's just enemies out and about. Yeah, that camp right there. And I do not see that chest, so. Alright. Check that one. That's underground. I'm trying to avoid all the underground ones right now. Here's one that's above ground. This reminds a little taking screenshots. It's complicated. Well, complicated is perhaps the wrong term for it. And this is entirely my fault because I get in this habit when I'm going one chest by one chest and marking everything off on the unofficial map as I look for stuff and mismarking things. So I mark something off and I hadn't actually gotten it, and then I get into this situation where there's like one single chest somewhere in the world I'm missing and I don't know where it is. So like that's unfortunate, but it's also entirely my fault. So what can I do? Except what I'm doing now and just checking every single location one by one in hopes that I can find the single item. There was a chest being protected by that ruin guard, which is not there, so let's mark that off. There's a whole bunch of areas, potential chests down in this entire area. I'm trying to get all the above ground stuff first. I feel like there's a good chance I got all the underground stuff. Well, obviously, because I'm only missing one chest out of like the 50 in the area, so I have to have gotten most of everything just by default. But it would be a lot easier to check the above ground stuff first before I go digging into the underground, because there's so much of the underground to check. That note, the next above ground chest, I think. It's also difficult to tell on the interactive map what's above ground and what's underground without zooming super far in. But I think there's like one right here-ish. And one over here. Another one over here. I feel pretty certain I got both of those, but still. A couple in this direction that I also feel pretty confident I got. Nonetheless. Okay. Those are underground. All right, there's one here. And I guess we'll go up the left side. Yeah, I think for right now, I'll just go ahead and start marking everything, and we'll check these markers one by one. It'll be faster if I mark things first. Instead of, or not necessarily faster, literally the same amount of time. That's how this stuff works. But it'll be more efficient, I think, if I sit here for a second to mark everything before I go hunting. There. This one and this one, I'm pretty sure I got, because there was like an achievement tied to fighting the enemies in those purple areas. And I got that achievement, so I would be very surprised if I somehow forgot to pick up chests as a result of, after having like fought the enemies out there. But nonetheless, one out here. Another enemy here, which has a different marker on the interactive map than the rest of them. These people are ridiculous. I say that when a constant with the unofficial interactive map is people complaining about remarks because somebody went back and put something, replaced what the old marker was to be a more accurate marker. So literally a case of me complaining about one side and people constantly complaining about the other side, and nobody using the map or putting stuff on the map could possibly win. So let me not be that person. Essentially, there's one down here. We have this airship, of course. Something here-ish. Another one up here, like right on this little weird puddle there. Airship here, and I think that's. Well, no, that's. There's a lot more above ground puzzles listed on my map, but that's all the above ground chests that have a chest icon. So, good enough starting point. Let's pass this guy by. He's gonna wake up. I don't care. Oh, that's right. I was out in this area when Drum Ultima raided me last week. That was fun, having like 20 people suddenly show up on my screen when I was getting bombarded by 3 really powerful enemies. And not having the mental energy to thank Duck for the raid. Those are the Sealies. Oh yeah, I remember that one. Okay, if I just walk out here, yep, 3 Sealies already there. But let me take the path up and see if I forgot to get the thingamabob that would have been up here. Gotta keep going. I don't see anything else to jump to, so. Get the Hydroculus and Luxurious chests. Don't use yellow. Oh man, I didn't even think of that. Yeah, there were 3 things to jump to, so I got the last one. The interactive guide is telling you specifically not to use the water character that's in my party, because if you come up here and switch to a water character while standing on ice, you will probably just get frozen. That's pretty smart. I'm sure somebody found that out by dying. That's great, actually. All right, we'll float down to this one. What are the ones that I'm trying to make sure that I mark things off on both maps? The in-game map and the map on my other laptop as I go, just so I don't lose track of where I've gone. Big guy.
Stabilize.
Gotcha.
Guess I'll fight it. Clearly the chest is not there. It would have been in this hut behind me, but literally could not see what was going on because of the hut and the grass and everything. But anyway. Yeah, there is no chest here. All right, let's see, what's the closest to, probably here. But first, I feel like I've lost a small chunk of health in the process of doing all that. So let's let's get that back. Okay, we were going down here, and we're gonna go directly west. This one was a Pneumosia box beneath these trees. Yeah, I don't see the box down here, so I got it. You were supposed to pick that thing up on top of the tree, which would allow you to break the box beneath, but no box here. So now we have 2 in the pond, both of which are, one's above ground, one was underwater. Okay. But I must have them already. Well, by above ground, I mean sitting on that rock right there. Oh wait, that was a puzzle. Okay, hold on. I gotta look this up. Let's see. Oh no, they were. That is 3 things technically. The pillars are lit up, or at least they're not technically lit up, but they were lit up for me to have activated this whole thing. But I guess I'll light them again. They are lit and not doing anything. So probably safe to say we did that puzzle. Oh, that's underground. Let's ignore that for now. Let's just check the 2 that were directly underwater here. One was like right here. And I guess this one was around the corner. It's difficult to tell sometimes what's where based on the positioning of the images. Yeah, I was talking about one here. Okay. All right, so we definitely have these 2. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. What next? I guess we'll go ahead and do that airship. This is over here. I'm gonna ignore these guys for now. Oh, wait, where's the ship? Let's recall. It's like something is missing here. That's better. Oops. Let me actually walk up. Goodbye. Oh, it's still shooting. It's fine. They can't hit me from here. I assume. We'll find out. All right. Anyway, where's this thing taking me? Wherever it's taking me, the chest attached to this one appeared on the ship itself.
Never mind. Let them do as they please.
It's interesting that this is like one of the few of the 6 airships you could take that just flies out into the water. Which this nation has so many regular ships that could have just done that. I don't know why we needed an airship for it, but where's it gonna stop? On that island, maybe, actually. I feel like, yeah. The enemy faded into view right as I was gonna say. I feel like I remember there being an enemy on that island.
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
I might as well not bother fighting it. We're out of range of I guess I'll do that. I'm sure it'll stop right here. Yep. Goodbye. There's a thing up here. That's... It might be easier to get to... Well, we'll want to hit... That's like 3 different routes I have to take from this point. Still easier to get to that one from that one. So let's go to here. What is this? Well, that is this, obviously, but... I don't even see what I'm looking for, so let me... This is one of the few chests where you can actually... put in a furnishings name to see if you got it. Quarter just... Okay, yeah. So I got that one. Good. Oh, I didn't mean to go up there. Whoops. Where in the world am I going? Oh. Well, I guess I might as well take the path while we're here. That was something out there. Okay, let's drop back down. And there was a thing we already did. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's mark those off. And while we're in the area, I guess we might as well go directly west. Oh, this is in that same area, actually. Chest that was out in the open. Ah, yes. We definitely had that already. Let's bypass that. And float out here. If I drop it in here and... Oh, well, actually, I know for a fact I did this because the summoning circle is not the right word for it, but there was something like a summoning circle there, and it's not there now, so that'll make for a convenient way of verifying which ones I've already done. There was also a puzzle out there that I don't know that I did. Back down in this area, actually. I guess I'll check that again. Ugh. This area is annoying because of all those big guys down there. Maybe I should just take them all out and not have to worry about this. Let's do it. Why is this ship up? Well, I can just float out there while I'm here. I don't know which ship that is, though, so that's not gonna help. Let me come back to that. Let me drop down here and take out all these guys. That will just make things easier, I think. FYI, ad starting in about a minute. I'm not going to do much of anything that you're going to care to miss while we're in ad break, but I'll pretty much just fight these guys, get them out of the way. And actually, you know what? I need to start making a point out of where's this thing? Oh, here. When ads start, I need to start going to the BRB screen because it would be good for me to take a stretch break at the same time that an ad break is happening. So I'm going to take these guys out, and then once the ads start, I will cut to the BRB screen. Where are you going? Jeez, there we go.
Gather.
So you're not going to miss anything particularly important, but yeah, I will be able to BRB. Actually, okay, we killed it quick. All right, cool. All right, I'm going to BRB screen. I'll be back in about a couple minutes, so see you all soon. Okay, welcome back. I apologize. That stretch break took a little bit longer than the ad did, by about 2-3 minutes. Had to run around and do some end of night errands that I forgot I had left out. So I got those done really quickly before I decided to come running back. So thank you for your patience. Thank you. It turns out that I did this puzzle already. There was a chest here. I think you had to do with this orb to do some stuff in the area that's not visibly there. So we can move on now that I found this one. I'm pretty sure I got the next one I'm going to as well. That was just a chest out in the open. I should be regularly popping my compass, but I really think what I'm missing is something that's a puzzle. The compass only works to show you chests and Mora boxes that are out in the open. Anything that was very specifically tied to a puzzle and is not visible until you finish the puzzle does not pop, or does not say anything when you use the compass. It just tells you can't detect anything, and I don't see a chest there, so we definitely got that one. So I'm still checking everything one by one, but I really think what I'm missing is a single thing from a spot that was a puzzle and not just a chest out in the open. I feel like I can physically see nothing there. Yeah, there was a chest right in front of the teleport point. Obviously I have that. I guess we'll go ahead and do this ship. What? I can't believe I triggered those guys. They didn't see me till I grabbed the Usia block. Oh! I thought that was actually going to hit up here for a second. Alright, where's this ship taking me? The chest appears automatically when the ship ends its ride, so we'll just hang out. While it's doing that, I'm gonna look at the next thing. Both of those two chests look like they're out in the open.
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
I'm trying to find a picture of this chest from somebody's screenshot. Oh, there's one. Okay. Everybody takes screenshots of the chest without the thing around it, so you can verify that it really is a beat enemies unlock chest. So I wasn't sure. I had to like find a picture halfway down the page that somebody took with the actual lock still on it. Why are we going back up here? Oh, is this the chest that took us up? Oh, wow. There were two chests that came out of this spot. That's interesting. Two ships, not chest. I really have treasure chests on the mind here. Oh, we're going higher up. Alright, well I can definitely mark that one off. Just come back and get these two leading south, I suppose. There was one up here. It was just out in the open, and I clearly don't see a chest here, so we'll just move on. We'll move on behind them because we need to go in that direction now. Probably a bad time for me to run out of stamina, but they're gonna get away from them enough that they won't be able to catch up. And then this one was, oh, out here with these guys. Also no chest there. Okay, cool. Let's mark those off. And I guess we'll hike up there. What are those specifically? Oh, there's a... There's another puzzle in that direction.
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
That is a... okay. That one's out in the open. What about this one? This one is another one that had an item inside that I can just check really quickly. Yep, got that one already. Cool. But I still have to go in that direction because I got to check this one, and then there's a puzzle that was up here. You know what? I could make this slightly faster on myself.
Running late again.
Should at least put like a dasher on the team. Save some time. All right, that chest is not there. Let's keep going.
Running late again.
And there's something up here. Oh, hello. Bunch of lights that are already on, so...
Look out below.
You know what?
Hero incoming.
This is what y'all deserve. I wasn't gonna fight you, but... Alright, the actual reason I wanted to stick around for a second was just to make sure there's... I see only 2 of these things. Opposites to... okay, yeah, there was only 2. I wanted to make sure there wasn't like a third part of the puzzle that I somehow skipped. That was definitely not the case. Alright, let's come here. I could probably just look off the cliff and see, yeah. No summoning circle, so we got that one. We'll come back in a minute for the ship. Let me scoot around to... oh, we're almost out of the above ground chest, and I somehow forgot those 3. We'll come back. There's really no easy way to float that. Well, I could do here. That one's really high up. But I could just easily go from this direction, I guess. There was also a puzzle here that got remarked that I forgot to put down, so I want to check that too. Alright, this one's just a summoning circle, but I can go in the direction of these 2 as I go, while avoiding this not summoning circle. I don't really feel like fighting those guys. Or that guy, for that matter. Let's try and lean in this direction. Wow, seriously? Okay, I'm just gonna take the board.
That was a cheap shot.
Wow, it still hit me. That was some nonsense. Jeez. Okay. It brought me up here. What was I supposed to do up here? Ah, climb that. Why is that lit up like there's something I gotta do? Okay. Boy. There's no way I didn't do the whole thing out here, but I guess we'll have to go do it. I see the summoning circle's not there, so I will mark that off. This takes you up here to this. So a chest spawned down there, and then you take that up here to actually the puzzle. Okay. So that means I can mark this one off, but this is what I'm here for, so we will... oh! I took too long. Gotta get the thing back. Why aren't you letting me go in? That was weird. I wonder if those things just respawn just to give you the path. And that I did actually do it and got the chest at the end, but it's just respawning because it respawns. That's confusing, but I guess we'll find out. And that takes us up, I think, not back to that one. Yep. And there was a chest, like, right here. Okay, so I definitely got that one. It's just confusing that things were spawning as if I hadn't done it before, but I definitely did do it. Okay, we have those two, we have that one. I could probably float here from there, actually. I need to get heals before I go. Let's get that out, and yeah, let's just float in that general direction. This one was just a chest out in the open, so I'll see pretty quickly whether I have it or not. Pretty quickly with the caveat that I have to actually get down there and closer for stuff to spawn, but nonetheless. Yeah, there is no visible chest here. Let's mark that one off, and let's come back here, I guess, and get these two, and then we'll finish with those three, and then that will be it for all the above grounds. On that note, let me take the airship first. Oh, it's not here. All right, there we go. All right, wonder where this one's taking me. Oh, wait. This is another one of those that gives you a specific item, so I can literally just check. I don't have to do this. Let's see. Justice's merchandise. Yep. All right. That saves some time. So we'll hop off the ship in this direction. And that is a chest that was just down there on the ground. Guarded by this Hydro guy. Mark that off. Let's go back to these. I should really quickly check to make sure I'm not missing any more above ground puzzles, because I don't think I marked all those down on the map. And in fact, there's one right here that I did not mark. Let me take a quick glance over. This one over here that I forgot to mark. That's underground, so is that. That is not underground, and I should check that. It's like out here. Okay, that looks like it. What did that add to the list? One way down here. Might want to go get that one first. And then, unfortunately, that teleport point is nowhere near that. Since that's above ground, I'm gonna have to like go here and hike, I guess. But then that'll be it. There's nothing else above ground. Okay, let's do this one first. And the map is showing. Okay. I vaguely remember this one. Can pretty confidently assume I already have it, like all the rest of these, but nonetheless. Oh, this is the same spot. Wait, no, it isn't, because there's no Hydro Hilitrol there. Or whatever type of troll these guys were. I also don't see the interactable that I would have had to get down here to start the puzzles off. There's a lot. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything here, so we must have this already. And it's kind of overwhelming, but I have been playing the game for like 2.5 years now, so. But it took 2.5 years to get nearly everything. And it's the thing about this game is that they keep releasing brand new content on a ridiculous pace. I've never heard of any live service game that can keep this pace up. Genshin has a new patch every 6 weeks, and only about half of those patches tend to add entirely new regions to the game. But that's like entire new regions added to the game yearly, usually split into chunks. For example, for Fontaine, they added this portion of Fontaine when 4.0 first came out. Then they went back and added this portion in 4.2. No, they added this portion in 4.1, and then they added this portion in like 4.2. So that was over the course of, they actually added like all of it over the course of 5 months. And then they went back and added this section of Liyue shortly after that. So that was like the 4th portion of the game that got added in the Fontaine patch cycle. That's a lot of region though. That's so much to explore. And that's roughly the amount that they also added this about 2 months after this portion. And this looks small, but this leads you to here, and this leads you to all of this, which is like an entire additional section that they added. So they just add so much stuff to this game once a year, and it feels very overwhelming if you start the game and you literally have the entirety of all these regions to explore. Of course, you start here, and this is a fairly small introductory area, but it's still huge. So I feel like it gets really overwhelming, and it's only now that I'm at the spot that I'm at where 99.999% of the game is cleared out. I'm only missing 5 chests right now and like 2 more boxes. So when the new region comes out next week, I don't have to worry. I'm not going to be stressed over it because I have an entire 6 weeks to just explore that region top to bottom. But for new players coming in, this is an absurd amount of content. And I'm impressed that the Genshin developers can still do that on a yearly basis and not slow down at all. Even with Final Fantasy 14, it's like 14 gets new patches every 6 months now. It's like 4.5 months, I think, is the current timeline. It used to be 4. It's now 4.5 because they're actually like giving the dev team time to relax, which was a good thing. But you notice in 14 that they add new story, they add new content here and there. They don't add entirely new areas to explore like Genshin does. So it's just, Genshin is overwhelming, and I'm really impressed the team can do what it does. But also Genshin's development team is massive, and that's really the only thing they do. And Genshin makes a absolutely ridiculous amount of money, so they can just keep doing it and not feel the pressures of the industry, which is kind of unfortunate. Not unfortunate for Genshin. I appreciate these folks and what they have done. I think the gacha model is not a good model for gaming. Let's just put it that way. And I'd say that while being at least a dolphin myself. It's still not good. It worked out for Genshin, and Genshin is probably one of the gachas that's less problematic in terms of how addicting they can be and how much money they can cause you to gamble away, but they still do that. It is still a thing in this game, absolutely. Oh, okay, fine.
Where are you?
Let's just fight these guys properly.
Stronger! Stop here! Justice o'clock! Be gone! Headbutt! Hero incoming!
Excuse you. I did not give you permission to teleport away from me.
Winter shall eventually come.
But yeah, it's a problematic financial model for how they get their money, and so many games have followed their lead now that everybody realizes you can get an absurd amount of money. But Genshin it remains one of the few where they don't go as hard. It's still possible to get addicted and spend all your money on this game, but Genshin's not as bad as others are on that aspect, at least, which is something. Okay, we got that one already. Let's mark that off and come back. And in exchange for dealing with the potential of that being a problem, you get a tremendous amount of content. You can just play this game for ages and not get bored.
Time to shine.
So I remain pretty happy with it. I'm very glad my friend got me into it.
Make way for the...
It's interesting I was still doing damage to her when she was lightning. Oh, there's a just a this guy by itself. Okay. Oh, I did not mean to hit that. Where am I going? Where am I going? Okay. 2 eggs up here, I guess. Okay. I guess I'll mark that off. That was not where I expected that ship to take me. Okay, let's... Oh, it does make it easy to float down to this one, at least. Oh, that was, I definitely got this one. I will... I'll float in this direction, but I know for a fact I've done this.
So, want to train with me sometime?
There were a lot of above ground quests out in this area that involved a little girl who was painting pictures of the scenery, and you had to set the scenery up before she would show up to paint. And yeah, the puzzles are already activated. But yeah, going back to the conversation, the new content it's absurd how often they put it out. But I'm very happy with the release pace now that I'm caught up, because yeah, new region comes out in about 8 days. Next Tuesday at 11 p.m. Eastern, the game should go live again with the new region of Nodcry, which is actually going to be north of here, out in this area, and it's going to be roughly the size of the starting portions of most areas. So kind of like the starting portion of Natlan that we got, which actually was all of this. It's going to be roughly that size, except it's all going to be islands, or mostly islands. So they're kind of going back to an Inazuma mentality, but they're releasing a lot more, because with Inazuma we only got like that island at launch, these two, and then this one and this one and this one in feature patches. I feel like in the Inazuma era they hadn't really gotten used to their release pace, actually. So Sumeru is where they really buckled down and started releasing absurd amount of content. But we're getting roughly the same size as the last 2 years of first regions next week, and that's a lot to explore, and I'm looking forward to it, because it's going to be a lot of fun to dig into a new region again. I actually love Natlan a lot. The quest line was not quite as good as Fontaine or Sumeru, but I did enjoy it, despite the problems people have with it. That was mostly characterization issues. I still had a lot of fun with Natlan. But I'm very excited to move on to another region. Let's see. I think I got that's all the above ground ones now. So, time to suck it up and go looking underground. Let's see. I did check that one. Did I checked that one and forgot to mark it off. Okay. The difficulty of marking things off of 2 maps, forgetting what I hit. There is an out in the open puzzle there. Oh, that's the buoy puzzle. Okay. I definitely have that one. Let me... If I have that marked off on the map. Oh, I don't. Okay. I guess let me start with... Oh, they're all part of that. They're all part of that. There's no getting around that. Okay, let me just do this. Let me start here. And let me try and mark things down and make sure that I'm marking them on the right level, since there are so many multiple levels of this area. That's correct, that's correct, that's okay. Let's mark these. I need to take that off so I can see what I'm doing and not interact with a teleport when I'm trying to put a marker down. There's one here. And there was one here, sort of on the way out. Those are one level up, I think. Yeah, they all are. Rock pile too. All right, so let's go up to here. So rock pile here, 2 chests here in the village. The village is definitely where we'll start. One thing back here. Okay, that's actually on the way. Okay, interesting. Those are still in this region-ish. Let me turn that back on. All of those, yeah, that's correct. Yeah, they're all out there. Okay. They're also like right on top of each other. So let me go back to that so I can put some markers down. It's difficult to put markers down when they're all like right on top of each other, but we'll manage. One a little bit further up here. And then there's like 4 all right here. And in fact, I'm not going to put them all down individually. I'll just do like that to signify that there's a billion of them. Okay, out here. What is that? I can't even click on that. Mini puzzle says, okay, there's 4 chests over here. Oh, I remember this. Pretty confident I got that, but the whole point of this exercise, because we know we're missing one thing somewhere. So obviously I got stuff. Who knows where the stuff I'm missing is? That's the whole point. That's the whole issue. Okay. Let me zoom out. Let me see if I got everything roughly. Those were all there. There were a couple. That's different. That was... Oh, I didn't get this one. As a matter of fact, there was one like right here. Okay. That looks like all of them. Almost. There is... This section is a different area, technically. Boy, that's not confusing at all. And then there's one... And in fact, I'm going to check this area first, because maybe I'll get lucky and what I was missing was in here. This one is... That's also a different area. Jeez. Oh my god. 2 different areas that are completely unconnected to all of the Merci Village stuff. But yeah, I'll start with this. And we'll see where we go from there. What was the entrance to this? Where is the entrance to that? Below me? Oh, yeah, I remember this now. All the way down. I should switch to Farina if I'm going to be swimming underwater in Fontaine. I should be playing as the woman who everyone thinks of when they think of Fontaine. Let's take this. Speed the process up. underwater exploration in Fontaine was wonderful. One of the reasons I am happy to be back, even just to be temporarily exploring, looking for stuff. You know, there weren't enemies out here anymore. There were animals, interestingly. But the chest that was out here does not seem to be here now. It was down here, I guess. There's... I'm trying to see where the boxes is showing. This image is very bad. It's talking about the other side of the ship, maybe. Let's come back over here. Yeah, this is the ramp it's talking about. So, yes, okay. There was a chest, like, right here. All right. I definitely have that one. There was also, like, 3 more boxes, but they're similarly not here. 1, 2, literally 3 that were up here. Okay. Have I fed that dog? As much as you... I feel like there was an achievement related to feeding the dog, and I must have got it already. I sure hope I have. Let me mark these more boxes off at any rate. Man, I'm just really concerned that there was something tied to feeding this dog, and I didn't do... Oh, what? The thing vanished. What? The dog didn't eat it either. Poor puppy. Anyway, let's go check this. That's a different spot. I need to come in from here. Do that and navigate to that directly. It's interesting. This seems like a place to sit that I guess was above ground a long time ago and is not anymore. Anyway. We have to go up in here. Yes. I vaguely remember all this. I remember it was super hot in here. We had to like do something. Oh yeah, that was this was the resolution of this steaming pond. There was something we had to do down here that caused this pond to not be boiling hot anymore. Are those things down below? No, those more chests were above ground. Okay. There was a chest down here by the big guy. Spin to win. Oh my god. But I don't see a chest there now, so I have no way of verifying because now I'm in combat. But I still want to take a look. Oh, there was a... No, that was for... Maybe we have to... I should fight the guy now, just to... What? Why did I get that? I have done this... I've done content for Fontaine a million times to have not gotten this entry for it? What? That is ridiculous. Am I not doing the right thing? There we go. I don't think I was doing it correctly. I'm just gonna go ahead and fight the thing in case what I'm missing is killing the boss to unlock a chest. I don't think that's the case, but oh dang, I just deleted it. Okay, that does confirm that I had fought this boss before, though. I still don't understand why I got this. Most characters from Fontaine have an Arca, and thus can use attacks to trigger energies corresponding to the Arca attribute underwater that uses most C blocks. I guess I just never fought this guy in a way that prompted that, which is so weird. Anyway, the trick to unboil the water above involved those. And I guess the chest was just out in the open because I'm popping my compass now and nothing is happening. So despite me having completely missed that thing, we did do stuff down here. I know I had yeah, no worries. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate you showing up and hanging out. I hope you have a great rest of your Labor Day night. I knew I had to have technically finished this. I didn't remember whether I got the chest or not, but I didn't get an achievement when I killed that guy, so obviously I had killed that guy before. But yeah, there's nothing else down here. So clearly we did finish this. I will go ahead and take that path out, I guess. And glance in the pond above, because I'm pretty sure that's where it'll take me now. Oh, right, it's taking us up. Ooh. Oh, right, we're under... I forgot all about this area. I really did forget all about this. But I also know there's not anything here. Let me mark off the chest that was down there. The only thing down here that I did want to check that I wanted to come back for was there was a Mora box that was like right there where I'm standing. But I can go ahead and mark that off. Oh, I didn't even... I can mark it off on that map. I hadn't put any of the Mora boxes on this map yet. It's like a bajillion of them. Let's mark that off though. Okay. So what I wanted to do next was go to the... Hold on. What's my health looking like?
Are a must for the well-man.
Health is fine. Let's go to Mercy Village. That's the next thing I wanted to do is just sort of... I have to have missed a chest in the village somewhere in this entire area. Because this is the only stuff left to check. There's no other chests I can think of. Anywhere on the Barrel region map. Let's start over here, because I know there's like a single Mora box over here. Or was. Nothing there now. Oh, that's a path down. I forgot about that. But that Mora box was on the surface. Figured I would just check that really quickly. Okay. The stuff way up there, I cannot get there from here. I have to come back around from the other side from this part. So let's check that later. But I can check these three. It was on the roof. That's out in the open though, so if I pop my thing here, then I know I don't have that one. Or I know I have that one. Okay, so I can... You know what? I don't know how the height works for the compass, so let me play it safe and just physically walk up here. That one was like literally right here though, so right next to this. What is this? That's like a chair. It's like a hammock. I like it actually. It's kind of cute. I want one of those for myself. Anyway, I have that one definitely. So let's mark that off. This one is on the roof. I had to figure out how to climb up here. I feel pretty confident assuming I have this one, but I guess up here and around the corner. Oh yeah, that works. It was probably here. Yes, that's exactly where it was. Okay, let's mark that off. And then over here. Oh, maybe I can climb from this side. I feel like this one was it below me or was it up there? It was in here, I think. Yes, it was at the bottom of this water. And there's nothing there now. Okay. Go ahead and mark that off. We'll come back around to those. Let's check this one next. Boy, I'm just tripping on everything here. And this one, underwater, apparently. Go underwater, activate the... There's a whole area underwater here that I completely forgot about, but I don't see the things it's talking about that I need to activate, so... Well, no, there's one of them. Wait, did I interact with the right... I don't think this is the right animal underwater. I see the conchs. Wait, maybe these things are... This might be done already. Because there's like nothing to interact with. Oh, the chest was out in the open too, so that makes it pretty obvious I got this already. There was a thing. Another one of those was over here. Well, it's hard to tell where stuff is. Up here, maybe. Yeah, it was there. The thing I was 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's where the things to interact with were. And I guess the starting point was like right there on, there was a chest here and then a thing here to interact with to start everything off. So either way, obviously got that. I'm spending a little bit too much time on that when it's pretty clear that that's good to go. I want to try and get these though. So let me, oh, I can just come from here. Let's go ahead and check those then. This was the chest that was just out in the open, and there were rift hounds to fight to unlock it, if I remember correctly. I think, at least, yeah, okay. And then there was a puzzle here. I feel like there's no possible way I didn't do this puzzle, but whatever. Let's... Wait, I picked the thing up to move and it didn't come with me. Oh, there's nothing to interact with. That's why. Moving those to... We're coming up here to interact with this one, and then the chest was in that corner, I guess? Yeah, I remember now. There was a chest inside a weird thing that was there, and it's not there now. So mark that off. One of these is just another one of these, so let's check that. Radiant Path. Oh, got that one. Awesome. And the other one was just a chest out in the open. I can see the enemies are still there, but there's no chest. Yeah, so we got that one. All right, so let's head down. I think down is the direction I need to go. Doesn't look like there's any other way I could go. We're trying to make our way around to this one. So hopefully this is the right way. Yeah, this is the right way. We'll go here, which hopefully leads us to a spot we can stop there. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay. I guess that was up here. Judging by these guys floating up here, yeah, it was probably in this area. A series of vines that I could cut with their power. I don't see those vines there. Oh yeah, the vines were all around this house and the chest was on top of the house. Okay. Let me go ahead and mark that off. Let's keep going. The next thing I want to do is come out here and hang a left, I think, because we need to go, yeah, to that corner, essentially. Take us up. So I'll check this one first. There was a chest here. I don't remember exactly where it was, though. I guess it was... Oh, literally right there in front of me. Okay, we got that one. And then there was a breakable wall around this corner, which we literally had to break in order to continue through here, so... Like, we were blocked from exiting this room until we... Oh, I forgot she could do that. That was pretty great, actually. Yeah, we got that. Literally had to break that wall to get out. Okay. Alright, well that takes care of all those. I guess I could work back here and backtrack to these two and then to this one. The thing there, okay. The chest was here. All these pictures not showing the actual thing you had to interact with to... It's fine. I know I got that one. Alright, we backtrack a little bit. That seems like it's just literally out in the open. I would be very annoyed if that was the one I missed. Well, it can't be, because the compass isn't showing anything, so I think we're fine. It's difficult to tell where exactly it was, but I think it was like... was here. Or no, it was down there. Okay. Regardless, I definitely have that one. Okay, what about this one? Oh, hello. Oh, I'm standing in the water and electrocuting myself. That was a chest that was here, and you had to kill those guys to get it. So that one is clearly done. Boy, we are fast running out of options here. Let me actually check that myself on the unofficial map. Let's hide all markers. Click top side. Just glance at what I still have on the to-do list that I haven't yet checked. And it really is just like those and those and those. I'm gonna be very confused if I go through all of these and I can't find anything. Well, I guess we'll start here because those are... That's like a teleport point literally right there. Pretty easy to get in here to take a look at least. There was apparently a chest back here, but it's not there now. Oh yeah, that was just like on the ground there. Okay. And the unofficial map was talking about 3 chests that were here. You had to collect all 12 pages for that. And I can't remember if I got them all, so I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty easy to verify. There were 12 of them. 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13. Right. 12 of the pages, the first 12 got you, or no, not the first 12. 1 through 9 plus 11 through 13 got you 3 chests. And then 10 came significantly later. A couple patches later. People were wondering for half a year where page 10 was. Anyway, we definitely got all those, so I can mark all those off. And then we'll just come out here, I guess. There are 4 chests and a puzzle that were in this next section. So we almost certainly have already done, but I'm fast running out of places to look for stuff that I've already done, so keep checking one by one. This one. What is this one? Oh, maybe this is the one. There was a rock wall stuff. Oh, yeah, there's a rock wall here. That was not here until after you completely finished this quest line. Then I never had a reason to come back into this room. Wow, okay. And now there's a... Oh, yeah. Now there's a thing. We just... I think this is what I was missing, y'all. Except this one is not lit up. I have to bring one from over somewhere. Let me verify. There's a furnishing here. Oh, wow. There's a lot by that name. Let me type more of it. Passages. Appetizing lamp. Yeah. We definitely don't have this one. This is the one test I'm missing, finally. But I have to actually do this, and probably want to take this guy out first. Some less issues here.
Justice o'clock.
Alright, cool. Can I... Okay, those guys need to go away. Ugh. Maybe I also have to move this one, perhaps? No. This is the only movable one. Okay. Where exactly do I put this to solve this puzzle? It's been a billion years since I've done this type of puzzle, too. Oh, I can just go straight toward there. That did it. All right.
Take it. Go
Finally.
on. You have my approval.
Bam. All right. Now I can just mark the rest of these off. Okay, that's very exciting. That's the last chest I was missing in all of Fontaine. So, Fontaine is not done, however. So, that was a luxurious, which means, hold on, let me check my numbers here. Or was that luxurious or was it remarkable? I literally didn't look. That looks like a... Oh wait, that's only a remarkable. Remarkable chests are only like 0.2%. I think. I'm loading up a website to check my numbers here. This website will not have updated fast enough to show proof that I got this one already, but percentages. That's percentage changes. That's not what I want. Let me Google this. I don't think anybody says specifically. I think the numbers are 2%. Oh, no. I'm wrong. Remarkable is one step up from luxurious. Okay, so that would have been a 3% chest. Which means I don't think I'm missing any more boxes. I think if that was a 0.3% chest, then that would be it for the barrel region entirely. Okay. That's great, actually. That means I don't have to go back and check all my paths over again for the more boxes. But I won't know that for sure for a good 30 minutes. Because that's how long it takes the official Hoyo Lab website to update with your percentage counters for the me to then check via this very useful tool some other developers have created, which crunches the numbers from your own Hoyo Lab page to verify how much you have left. I need to wait 30 minutes for the official website to update before I can verify what they claim is left. But that does likely mean that I am, if my numbers are correct, that means barrel region is entirely done. That there's no, I thought I was missing like one chest and a Mora box, but no, it seems like I was only missing a chest, which is great. But I am, however, missing a single Mora box somewhere out here. That I know for absolutely sure, because I'm missing 0.1%, and I have every chest, so it has to be like one Mora box. Only have about 15 minutes left in stream, but I will poke through the map looking for the locations of any Mora boxes I can find that are like puzzles that we're hiding. There were several, actually. Because just like with the chest I was missing, I'm sure it's going to be a puzzle that's hiding the one I'm missing. Might want to just go ahead and start with the two I marked. And just see what I can find. Ooh. Wait, that's... If that is hidden behind a rock or something, then that's... not hidden now. Oh yeah, it was hidden behind a rock, but you blew it up with those things. And there's definitely nothing there now. Okay, let's go up to this one instead. If nothing else, I think this one's going to be a lot easier than the chest because finding stuff underwater is equally long, tedious process, but it's different than looking for the chest because you're just like out in the open. Oh yeah, that was like in that corner. Okay, so I have that one too. I feel less strenuous. Strenuous is probably not the right word. Well, it wasn't the right word in the first place. And just thinking about like all the stuff in the, let me it's specifically like all of that I'm missing. Any of those triangles and wooden boxes that are not on the Southwest Island, I could be missing any of those. But that's just like a lot of swimming and chill vibes. So I think it's going to be less mentally taxing to find all of those. At least. But again, who knows which one in particular I'm missing. It's going to take a while to hunt through them. And I think probably the first thing I want to do, honestly, is click on every single one of those on the unofficial map and find the puzzle ones and mark them and go check those out. I'm not going to do that on stream right now because we only got 10 minutes left. I think this is a good ending spot. I actually am going to keep doing that. I'm going to keep playing for a little bit after stream, and I'm going to try and find that one. And that way, on Monday next week for next week's stream, which will be the first Genshin stream I can do when the game's about to go down for maintenance. Now that I switched to Mondays, I'm not playing on maintenance day. So I will be able to play Genshin next Monday. But I think for that stream, we'll dig into trying to find the one chest I'm missing in the chasm and the 3 chests I'm missing in Sumeru. So I will try and find this one more box in Fontaine before then, so we can focus just on those. That's the plan. For now, yeah, that's a good ending point. So let me go find somebody to raid. There's my schedule as usual. I will be back on Thursday, Metro Prime 2, as usual. Looking forward to digging more into Sanctuary Fortress because I was having a good time there. Who is live right now? Chad, Squid Senna. I'm probably not going to raid Squid Senna. As much fun as it would be to raid Will Clemat's English voice actor, I will forego that that urge. Let's see. Who else is live right now? What's live? Jay Daster. We raided Good Mad School recently. Let's see. Yeah, so I was watching Lemon all day today. I think we'll kick it back to the food and drink category. So let's go raid Merbakes, who I don't think I've ever had the chance to raid before. I think everybody here watching knows who Merbakes is, because Merb hangs out all the time in Lemon's chat. So I will forego the introduction there, but we'll go ahead and head over there. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I had a good time as always. Hopefully next week I can find the last things I'm missing, and then we can go into Not Cry fresh. But in the meantime, hope you all have a wonderful rest of the evening and hope to see y'all Thursday. Later, y'all.